Chapter 5. Study. Section 1. Entering the campus. 1. Would you show me around the campus?
2. Where is the campus cafeteria?
What are the places to eat at on campus?
3. What's the building over there?
It's the laboratory building.
4. Could you tell me where the science building is?
I'm looking for the math building. Do you know where it is?
5. There's a dining hall and some coffee shops around.
6. What year are you?
This is my first year, actually.
I'm a freshman. I'm a sophomore.
I'm a junior. I'm a senior.
7. How nice the classroom is.
The buildings in the campus are a bit old-fashioned.
8. I need to get to the admissions office before 5 o'clock.
9. Have you ever had Professor Smith? Is he good?
Do you know anything about this professor? Is he any good?
10. Do you know how to check who your tutor is?
11. I have to go to the orientation this evening. Useful conversations. 1. The dormitory for freshman students. Hello, where is the dormitory for freshman students?
It is building number 25 on the campus map. See right there?
Yes, I see. It is not far from here.
No, it's only a 10-minute walk. Go west for 2 blocks.
Thanks. I appreciate your help.
No problem. I was a freshman once, too.
2. Registration begins tomorrow. Hi, how do I find the entrance to the college campus?
There are 2 entrances, the north and south gates. Which one would you like to go to?
I am looking for the administration building to register for classes this semester. Is the administration building closer to the north gate or south gate?
It is closer to the south gate, so you should continue walking straight, and at the 3rd intersection the south gate will be on your right. But registration begins tomorrow.
Really? I must have gotten the dates mixed up.
Yes, if you are a new student, you will register tomorrow.
Okay, thanks for your help.
It was my pleasure.
Useful paragraph.
No matter how cruel the destiny treats one with tribulation and misfortune, it will correspondingly treat him with happiness and sweetness. Even if the happiness is short and false, it's enough to light up the whole future life.
Section 2. Curriculum. Useful sentences. 1. How many courses are you going to take this semester?
What classes are you taking next semester?
How many classes did you sign up for?
I'm taking 5 classes this semester.
2. How many credits do you have left until graduation?
How many credits do we need to get the degree?
3. What did you think of the course?
What would make the course more interesting?
4. Today's the deadline for choosing classes.
5. How many credits are you taking?
I've taken French for 3 credits.
6. I'm really enjoying my courses.
I'm sure you'll be glad you took this course.
7. How do I drop a class?
This class isn't for me. How can I drop it?
8. Why did you choose this course?
Why did you take this class?
9. Can I choose a specialization such as 19th century English literature?
Is there a wide variety of classes offered each semester?
10. Professor Green's class is just an elective course, not as important as compulsory courses.
Useful conversations. 1. English Literature Program. Hello, I would like to ask about the university's English Literature Program.
Sure. All students in the program must complete 120 hours of courses and also write a senior thesis.
Are there any other requirements?
No, these are the only requirements for a degree in English literature.
Thanks for your help.
Sure.
2. The department's specializations. Hi, Professor. I would like to ask you a few questions about the department's curriculum.
Of course. What would you like to know?
Can I choose a specialization such as 19th century English literature?
There are no specializations, but you may choose to write your senior thesis on any topic you choose.
Okay. And is there a wide variety of classes offered each semester?
Classes are limited to freshmen, but after the first year you may take more advanced courses.
Great! I am particularly interested in Walt Whitman's poetry.
We offer a course each spring on his poetry.
Really? That sounds interesting. Useful paragraph. When you are young, you may want several love experiences, but as time goes on, you will realize that if you really love someone, the whole life will not be enough. You need time to know, to forgive, and to love. All this needs a very big mind. Section 3. Tests. Useful sentences. 1. When is the test?
Is the midterm next week or the week after next?
2. What's on the test?
What are you testing us on?
3. Wow, that test was hard.
That test was so hard.
I can't believe how hard that test was.
The exam is not as simple as you may imagine.
4. Is the test open book or closed book?
5. How did you prepare for the test?
What did you do to get ready for the test?
6. I hope we aren't tested on this.
I hope we don't get tested on this material.
I'm so bad at this. I hope we aren't tested on it.
7. You'll have 1 hour for the test.
The test will last 45 minutes.
8. How do you think you did on the test?
How did you do on the test?
How was the test?
9. I ran out of time and didn't get finished.
I finished the test early.
I didn't know half the answers.
10. The final exam is just around the corner.
The test is coming.
11. I'm not ready for the test.
Since I am not fully prepared for the test, I don't think I can pass.
12. I would be expelled if I helped you cheat.
13. How many people failed the exam?
Tony needs to take a makeup test before spring break. Useful conversations. 1. Notes for examination.
Fiona, have you studied for the biology exam yet?
No, I haven't. I was busy studying for another exam.
Oh, I lost my notes. Can I borrow yours?
Sure, that's okay with me.
Really? Thanks. When do you need to have them back?
You can return them 1 week before the exam. 2. Study for the biology exam.
Hey, Fiona, how did your European history exam go?
Hey, John. It was actually pretty easy, not as bad as I expected.
That's great. I guess all of your studying paid off.
Yeah, it really did. Do you want to meet tonight and study for the biology exam together?
Sure, I could really use some help on a few chapters. I was never very good at science.
Me either. But if we study enough, I'm sure we can make good scores. How about we meet at 7 p.m. on the second floor of the library?
Okay, I will meet you at 7 o'clock.
See you later. Useful paragraph.
Loneliness is different from being alone. Being alone means you just have no one beside you, but loneliness means that you cannot talk with others and share them with your feelings. And the true loneliness is that you even forget how it feels when you love someone.
Section 4. Scholarship. Useful sentences. 1. I got a scholarship.
I got a partial scholarship.
2. Is your scholarship a full ride?
He got a 4-year full-ride scholarship.
3. Do you qualify for any scholarships?
Did you qualify for any scholarships this year?
4. My scholarship is worth $2,000 a year.
My scholarship covers tuition and books, but not room and board.
My scholarship pays for everything.
5. Do you know how much this scholarship pays?
Do you know how much you get with this scholarship?
6. What will you do if you can't get a full scholarship?
What if you can't get a full scholarship?
7. I was awarded a scholarship from the university every year.
I have a tuition scholarship from the university.
8. Jack doesn't stand a chance of getting a scholarship to Harvard.
9. Have you got a scholarship or are you on your own? Useful conversations. 1. A research scholarship.
Christina, don't you have a research scholarship from the university?
Yes, I do. Why do you ask?
I want to apply for one, but I don't know where to find an application.
I applied online through the university website. I can help you if you want.
I would like that very much, thank you.
2. The recommendation for the scholarship.
Hi, Professor, could I ask you a favor?
Sure, what do you need?
I am applying for a university research scholarship, and I need a letter of recommendation from one of my teachers. Would you mind writing one?
No, I don't mind. What is the scholarship for?
Well, the scholarship is given to one student each year in the physics department for conducting research on their particular area of interest.
Oh, I see. How much is the scholarship worth?
It is worth $5,000, which would be very helpful for me.
Indeed, that sounds like a great opportunity. I will gladly write the recommendation.
Thank you, Professor.
Useful paragraph. When you love someone, let them know. You never know what will happen the next minute. Learn to build a life together. Learn to love each other for who they are, not what they are. Section 5. At the library. Useful sentences. 1. Where could I find a book on English linguistics?
Where's the fiction section?
I'm looking for a book on physics.
Excuse me, could you tell me where you have got that biology book?
2. I would like to check out these books, please.
I'd like to borrow these books.
I'd like to return these books.
3. How long can I check out these books for?
Do you want us to reserve the book for you?
4. You can't check out periodicals.
The book I need is always checked out.
5. Please return your books by the 12th.
You must return them within a month.
6. Your book is 1 week overdue.
The overdue fine is 25 cents a day.
7. I need a new library card to be able to check out books.
I want to apply for a new library card.
I can't use my library card because I owe a fine.
8. I have a late book. What's the fee?
Is there a late fee on this book?
I kept this book out for a while. Is there a late fee? Useful conversations. 1. Find books in a library.
Excuse me, but where can I find books about the French Revolution?
Do you want books in English or French? We have both.
English, please. I don't speak French.
Okay. You can find some on the 4th floor in the history section, stack A57.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. 2. Reserve a private study room.
Does the library have any quiet study areas for students?
There are 3 floors that are designated as special study floors, so they are a better environment for studying.
I have been to the floors, but I still find the other students distracting. I would like a private study room. Is that possible?
Yes, you may reserve a private room if one is free.
Great. How do I do that?
You need to go to the front desk and check for available rooms. There are 10 total.
Can I reserve the room for the future or just for the same day?
You can reserve up to 1 week in advance. Useful paragraph.
I wouldn't care success or failure, for I will only struggle ahead as long as I have been destined to the distance. I wouldn't care the difficulties around, for what I can leave on the earth is only their view of my back, since I have been marching toward the horizon.
Section 6. Lecture. Useful sentences. 1. How was today's lecture?
How do you like the lecture?
What did you think of the lecture in class today?
2. There is a lecture here today.
Will you go to the lecture tomorrow?
Would you like to go to a lecture with me?
3. Wow, this lecture has been going on for an hour.
I don't like these lectures. They just go on and on.
4. This kind of lecture is so boring.
The lecture was so boring that I fell asleep.
5. I like the way this professor teaches.
I really like how he teaches.
6. What was the lecture about?
What lectures are there to be held this week?
7. She is a superb lecturer.
There must be a lot of people going to listen to his lecture.
8. He was invited to deliver a lecture to first-year students.
9. Did you know that Professor Brown is hosting a lecture this evening?
Useful conversations. 1. The lecture is interesting. What did you think of the lecture in class today?
I found it very interesting, especially the part about the U.S. Civil War.
I didn't know you were interested in war history.
Yes, the professor's presentations always grab my attention.
2. Lecture on the U.S. Civil War.
Professor, I really enjoyed your lecture on the United States during the 19th century last week.
Thank you, Ryan. Did anything interest you in particular?
Yes, the U.S. Civil War. I never really understood that the main cause of the war was the economy.
Most people who haven't studied or read about the war think it was about slavery alone.
That's what I thought, too.
Slavery was still the major issue, but the reason why the southern states did not want to abolish it is because it supported the economy.
That reason makes a lot of sense.
Right. Money is most often the cause of conflict. Useful paragraph.
Some may be wicked and some may be despicable. Only when I put myself in their position did I know they are more miserable than I. So forgive all that you have met, no matter what kind of persons they are.
Section 7. Dorm. Useful sentences. 1. What dorm do you live in?
Where is your dorm?
2. Where are the dorm buildings?
I'm curious where the dorm buildings are.
3. Are you going to stay on campus this year?
Do you live on or off campus?
4. My dorm is co-ed by floor.
That's the women's only dorm.
That dorm is for women only.
5. Do you know what room I was assigned?
Could you tell me what room I'm in?
6. How many people do you share your room with?
How many people are there in your dorm?
My dorm is a single. My dorm is a double. My dorm is a triple.
7. I have a roommate.
I hope my roommate is nice.
Hopefully I'll get along with my roommate.
8. How much do you pay for the accommodation each year?
Different kinds of dorms have different charges.
9. I want to change rooms.
What do I need to do to change rooms?
10. Which bunk do you want?
I want the bunk by the door.
I'd like the bottom bunk by the window.
Useful conversations. 1. Living in the dorm is really fun.
Are you going to live in the dormitory this year?
Yes, I am going to stay. Living in the dormitory is really fun.
But you have to share a bathroom with a whole floor of people, right?
Yes, but it's not as bad as it sounds. 2. A double room. What kinds of things do I need to bring for the dorm?
It depends on what kind of room you have, a single or a double.
I have a double room.
So that means you will have a roommate. There isn't much space in a double room, unfortunately.
Do you have a double room?
Yes, all I brought to put in my room besides my books was a lamp and a comfy chair. You might have room for a small television.
I watch all of my movies and television shows online, so I don't need a TV.
That's good. You will have more room on your desk for studying.
Useful paragraph.
And all must die, only a sweet and virtuous soul like seasoned timber never gives. But though the whole world turn to coal, then chiefly lives.
Section 8. School Association. Useful sentences. 1. I will try out for the new cheerleading squad.
I wish I could be an all-star cheerleader.
2. Do you have a list of clubs?
I was curious what all of the clubs on campus were.
3. I want to quit the student union. I'm too busy.
I want to leave the club I'm in. I'm too busy.
4. Do you know when the club rush is happening?
I want to join some clubs. Do you know when they're having the rush?
5. I got asked to join the film club.
They asked me to join the soccer club.
6. There are 300 members in the rugby union. What activities does the film club have?
7. Not everyone can be admitted to this club.
They tried to get into the club but were refused admission. Useful conversations. 1. Join the drama club. Are there any fun clubs or associations to join at this university?
Yes, there are many different clubs you can join.
Have you joined any?
I am in the drama club.
I think I am interested in the debate club.
I have a friend in that club. I'll introduce you.
2. The debate club. Hi, is this the meeting for the debate club?
Yes, it is. Are you a new student?
Yes. This is my first semester. I was on the debate team in high school and would like to continue in college.
Well, we always welcome new members. What style of debate are you accustomed to?
I have competed using the British parliamentary style as well as the Oxford style.
That's great. We use both for our debates.
How do I become a member?
Our first debate this semester will be in 3 weeks. Tryouts are this weekend.
Okay, I would love to try out for a spot.
Great. See you on Saturday.
Useful paragraph. Save a place for yourself before going out to love. You don't have to know who to love, how to love, or how long your love will last. Just wait for the one time. Maybe there will never be the one, but just wait, because it already is your reward. Section 9. Part-time job. Useful sentences. 1. I need to find a part-time job to pay for room and board.
I need some money, so I need a part-time job.
I'm sure I can earn enough to pay for my tuition.
2. Are you going to look for a part-time job during the vacation?
Let's find a part-time job and get some work experience.
3. What kind of salary do you provide?
How about your salary?
4. I'm doing bad in school because of my job.
Having a job and going to school at the same time is so hard.
5. Do you know if anywhere is hiring?
I'm looking for a job. Do you know anyone who's hiring?
I'm looking for a part-time. Do you know of any?
6. How's work?
How do you think your part-time job?
7. I hate this job.
I don't like this job.
I can't bear this job.
8. I need to quit my job.
I want to quit.
9. I'd like to move from full-time to part-time.
I really need to cut my hours so I have time for school. Useful conversations. 1. Looking for a part-time job. I'm looking for a part-time. Do you know of any?
I think the bookstore on Elm Street is hiring.
I only want to work on the weekends because I am in school.
The bookstore isn't open on the weekend.
Maybe I will look online for another job.
That's a good idea.
2. A job interview. Hi, I am here for a job interview.
Hi, please sit down. Which position are you interested in? Shoes sales or pricing merchandise?
I don't have any experience in sales, so I think I would prefer to price the merchandise for sale.
Okay, what hours are you available to work?
I am a student, so I'm only free on the weekends.
That's perfect. We need more employees to work the weekends.
Great. Will 10 to 12 hours each weekend be enough?
Yes. Are you available at night?
I am free Saturday nights.
Okay, your resume looks good. I think you can start training this weekend.
Useful paragraph.
My skills, my mind, my heart, and my body will stagnate, rot and die lest I put them to good use. I have unlimited potential. Only a small portion of my brain do I employ. Only a paltry amount of my muscles do I flex. 100-fold or more can I increase my accomplishments of yesterday, and this I will do beginning today.
Section 10. Graduation and Love. Useful sentences. 1. Congratulations on finishing school.
Congratulations on graduating.
2. How does it feel to finally be finished with college?
What a nice feeling to get my degree.
3. Do you want to attend my convocation?
Did you attend the commencement yesterday?
4. I wouldn't have been able to complete my studies without your guidance.
5. I hope I did well this semester.
Hopefully I did all right this semester.
6. Where can I get my cap and gown?
7. I hope my GPA is higher now.
I really tried to get my GPA up. I hope it worked.
8. I am going to ask her to dance with me.
I hope you can come to the dance next Sunday.
9. I think I'm in love with you.
I love you too, and seeing you always makes me happy.
10. I'm sorry, but I want to break up.
I really think we should break up.
Useful conversations. 1. Have to split up. You're graduating this year, right, Jim?
Yes, I've been searching for a job to start my career.
What about your girlfriend, Lisa? She's still in college.
I know. If I can't find a job in this city, then we will have to split up.
Really?
Yes, being apart is too difficult.
2. Love and graduation.
I can't believe tomorrow is our last day of college.
I know, it has been 4 long years.
How is your job hunt going? I have a few interviews next week.
I had an interview with a great company in New York last week.
New York? That's great. If you go, will David go with you?
Yes, he is also searching for a job there.
Wow, it sounds like you two are really serious.
We have been dating for 3 years. We will probably get married soon.
Congratulations. I plan on going to graduate school, so I can't have a girlfriend right now.
Focusing on school is good. Useful paragraph. Nevermore will I be satisfied with yesterday's accomplishments, nor will I indulge, any more, in self-praise for deeds which in reality are too small even to acknowledge. I can accomplish far more than I have, and I will, for why should the miracle which produced me end with my birth? Why can I not extend that miracle to my deeds of today? Section 11. Studying abroad. Useful sentences. 1. I want to study abroad.
I'd like to study abroad.
2. Have you considered going abroad to study?
Are you applying to study or work abroad?
Why do you want to go abroad?
3. Have you applied for your visa to go to study in the United States yet?
Have you got your visa yet?
4. I've heard it's very difficult to get a visa to go to the United States.
I'm worried I won't be able to get a passport or visa.
I handed in my application form 2 weeks ago, and I'm going for an interview next week.
5. I've spent a lot of time and energy on preparing to study abroad.
6. I received my acceptance letter to Yale.
7. I can't wait to travel and study.
I'm so excited to study in another country.
8. Do you know what studying abroad programs will be available this year?
I'd like to study abroad. Can you help me?
9. Do you have any catalogs from U.S. universities? Useful conversations. 1. Study abroad. I think I want to study abroad next year. Where should I go?
Well, would you like to go to Europe or to another continent?
Going to Asia would be fun. I've been studying Korean this semester, too.
Wow, Korea. That sounds like a great adventure.
Two. Studying in Korea. Hi, Professor. I was wondering if you could tell me about studying in Korea.
Sure. Why do you want to study in Korea?
I enjoy studying the language in your class, so I thought it would be great to use what I've learned.
You are still a beginner, but this would give you a good opportunity to practice your Korean.
Is there a university that you would recommend?
Seoul National University has a good ranking in Asia, and it has a good language program.
Great, thank you. I will look at the school's website.
When are you planning to study abroad?
My junior year.
Good luck.
Useful paragraph.
And I am not on this earth by chance. I am here for a purpose, and that purpose is to grow into a mountain, not to shrink to a grain of sand. Henceforth will I apply all my efforts to become the highest mountain of all, and I will strain my potential until it cries for mercy.